Welcome back, conscious creators, healers, old souls, and intuitives, and welcome to today Pick a Card reading. For those who are unaware, each month you have an opportunity to manifest something truly beautiful in your life. Whether you desire travel, whether you desire romance, a better connection with yourself, or even just desire more friends in your life. Anything that you desire in your life, you have an opportunity to manifest it in your life. So right now we're approaching a full moon, and the full moon is the beautiful time where manifestations start to come into life. So this Pick a Card reading is all about what will this full moon bring you. So what I want you to do is cast your gaze over the 3 cards we have here. Pick a deck that resonates with you the most, and if you would like to skip to that portion, that will be fine as well. But go ahead and pick a deck and we'll go ahead and start this Pick a Card reading. Okay, welcome group number 1. So just laying your cards out here, I was sitting here speaking with my guys and seeing all these insights. I believe this is a very beautiful deck we got going on here. But let's start right here in the middle. This is where you are currently. And right here we got the Temperance cards mixed with the Queen of Cups. Now these 2 combinations right here, let me make sure I got it in the light for you guys can see it here. But these 2 combinations here is such a beautiful combination. Let's start with the Queen of Cups. I want you to notice something about this card right here. Notice how she got her hands just up in the air, and she allowing all of this water around her to hold her cup for her. You see, she's not even holding her cup. You see, her cup represents all the things you care about in your life, whether it's you got people around you really care about, whether you're working on a new project you're really caring about, but anything you are emotionally invested in your life, that's what this cup represents. I want you to notice that she got 1 cup in this picture. She could have 5, 6, 7, 8 cups if she wants to, but she got 1 cup. That shows you just as how much she cares about whatever this one thing is that she's having held up here. But I want you to notice how she got her hands back. She cares about this thing so much, but she's not even holding it. You see, this shows that not only the Queen of Cups is intuitive, but this shows her ability to trust what she knows when it comes to her emotions. You see, all of this water around her represents the emotions that she has, how much she cares about whatever in this cup. But she's not even holding this cup, letting us know that she is in full trust, in full faith in the universe, or in whatever she's believing in, holding this cup up for her. But when we begin to go deeper in what exactly is holding this cup up for her, we got this Temperance card here. Now the Temperance card to me is not only about balance, but it's about balance within the spiritual realm. I want you to notice that he has the sun and the moon in his hand. So that represents our natural masculine and our natural feminine. So not only do we got the Queen of Cups and the Temperance card right here, but we got this ability to be in balance within yourself in such a way that you allow the universe to bring you what you desire. You see how this cup is just being handed to her here? It's being held up to. She don't even have to touch what she desired. It's being given to her. Now this is a beautiful state of being to be in, especially as the full moon is approaching. This is the ability to sit back and allow what you desire to be given to you, and allow what you desire to be brought to you in such a way is a beautiful energy to be moving in, because it shows how much you are at a place where you are ready to receive what you desire in your life. Now right above that we got the 6 of Swords cards here. So the 6 of Swords cards represent someone moving away from something in their life. I want you to notice how whatever that she's moving away from, it wasn't serving her in the past. It looks like almost like a stormy ocean that she's moving through. Now anytime I see birds within a card, I always see that as your guides. So not only are you being led through something, but whatever you're leaving, it wasn't serving you. So it makes me wonder, what did you have to leave in order to get to this space that you are in now? Like now you're in this space of trust, you're in this space of openness, you're in this space of love, you're in this space of balance with the Temperance card here, but you wasn't always in that space. Like you had to move away from something to get there. And the 6 of Swords cards confirm that not only are you here, but you left something in the past that wasn't serving you. And right here when we got this Lover's card here, it makes me feel as if what you had to leave was maybe a relationship that wasn't serving you, maybe a connection that wasn't serving you. When I see the Lover's card, not only does it represent the relationship, but to me it also represents decisions. Like when you're in a relationship with somebody, there's a lot of decisions that needs to be made together. Like he's deciding to be with her just as much as she's deciding to be with him. Like whenever I see the Lovers card, I see an equal balance of give and take, but I see two people that is invested to each other. Now this doesn't have to be another person for you. Maybe this is a job that you were invested in this way. Maybe it was a new project you was invested in this way. Maybe it was a new friendship you was invested in this way. But either way, something you was invested in wasn't working. And not only was it working, it was throwing you off balance. So what I see here in the Lovers cards is you had to actually move away from that here in the Six of Swords. Now the Six of Swords is confirmation that you have moved away from it. You will move away from it. And you're now in this state of being. But it's something I want you to see about the Six of Swords card here. You see how she's on this ocean? Now whenever you're in the ocean, you can actually see rain in this card as well. I don't know if you guys can get a good view. But whenever you're on the ocean and there's a storm happening but you're moving on the ocean, is that going to be a smooth ride, or is it going to be a little bit bumpy as you're riding on that ocean? Well, it's going to be a little bit bumpy as waves come across every now and then. And that's why it's so beautiful that you also have the Queen of Cups cards. Because the Queen of Cups is somebody who can ride the waves of the emotions. She's someone who can handle the highs in life as well as the lows in life. And she can handle that because she knows that nothing lasts forever. She knows that she can go through the Six of Swords and she can come out on top. She knows that she can take her hands off of life and put her hands up in the air, because at the end of the day, all that she desires will be brought to her as she moves forward along her journey, or as she moves through this ocean here. Now, a little bit of considerations as you're moving forward is right here in the Ace of Swords. So I believe what encouraged you to move forward here, and what I'm seeing in this card, especially with the Ace of Swords, whenever you got the Ace of Swords, like I love to talk about the difference between the Ace of Swords to me as well as the Ace of Wands. So whenever you got the Ace of Wands, that represents a new passion or a new vision that you see within your heart or your mind. Now the Ace of Swords to me just represents mental clarity. It represents not only knowing where you want to go, but having that clear mind in such a way that your emotions can't even get in the way to block what you want. So yeah, you may be going through this Six of Swords right here, moving through these emotional waters. Every now and then you might catch a wave right here with this Queen of Cups. Like maybe you think back every now and then to what's happening right here in this Lovers card, or what you had to walk away from. Maybe it resurfaces in your mind every now and then, but this vision that you're holding on to with this Ace of Swords, this new mindset, this new mentality, this is what's going to allow you to not only completely move past this Six of Swords, but allow you to stay in this ability to sit back and hold your hands up and allow your masculine and feminine to be in a true balance in your life. So whatever this new idea that has came to you, maybe it's a new vision idea, maybe it's a new business idea, maybe it's a new idea of how you feel like you should be treated in your life, but there's this clarity that you have that made you not only move away from this, but made you create this balance within your life. So whatever that Ace of Swords is for you, it is working, and this is what's moving you towards your fulfillment here when it comes to the full moon. And what will happen in the full moon? So the full moon, we got two beautiful cards here. The first card we got is the Emperor card, and the second card we got is the World card. Now I love this combination, because first let's start talking with the Emperor card. I want you to examine this card here for a second. What do you see? Do you see this man sitting on that rock behind him? Is he worried on that rock? What does it look like? What does his state of being look like to you? You see, the Emperor is somebody who's not only know what they desire, but he's certain about he's going to get it. And not only does he got it, but he have it. The Emperor is somebody who is able to build not only a strong foundation for themselves, as you can see back here in this rock, but he's sitting on that rock looking towards the future, thinking about what he's going to manifest for generations down the line. You see, the Emperor is somebody who's not only have their life in order, but his life in such an order that he can think about the life of those who's going to come after him. You see, the Emperor card is my ultimate checkmate card. You see that chess piece he has in his hand here? You see, that chess piece to me represents you already. Think about this. Whenever you're playing chess, and I don't know if you've seen any chess movies or anything, but I know there was a TV show on Netflix that had to do a lot about chess. But whenever you're playing a chess game and you get somebody cornered in that last move, and there's nowhere else for them to go, there's nowhere else for anything, there's nothing else for you to cause you to lose the game, you call checkmate. You call check. That is the ultimate way of saying, I know that I'm going to win this game, and there's nothing you can do to prevent me from not winning, to prevent me from winning this game. So you see how he's holding that chess piece? To me, I see him as calling checkmate. This is him that he can see his future so clearly that he knows that there's nothing right here in the Six of Swords. There's nothing right here in this Lover card or whatever you had to walk away from. There's nothing in his life that can block him from receiving the win that he's looking at right there in his eye. This is the ultimate checkmate card for me. Whenever I see this card popping up on a deck, this is something to me showing me that whatever he's looking towards right now in his life, not only will he get it, but he's so confident that he's going to get it because he's holding that check piece in his hand. But I want you to see something even beautiful about this card. You see that white energy that's moving around that check piece? You see, he knows that he's going to get it because guess who gave him that checkmate piece? Spirit gave him that checkmate piece. So whatever your guides are moving you towards here in this Six of Swords, you see how she's moving away from whatever wasn't serving her? She's being led by her guides. Her guides is pulling that boat. I want you to see that. And not only is her guides pulling that boat, but her guides is pulling that boat because that guides is leading her to her checkmate. There's something that you're going to see so clearly about your future. There's something you're going to know such with a certainty here in this new moon that you're going to receive exactly what you're looking at. He got his eyes on something and so does you. Look at this Ace of Swords right here. You know exactly what you want. You see it so clearly. That's what this Ace of Swords represent. Now when you add the Emperor to this Ace of Swords energy, oh yeah. Not only do I see it, but I know I'm going to get it because Spirit already showed me. And this certainty that you have here is creating the World card. You see, the World card represents not only accomplishments to me, but it represents the completion of a cycle. Not only just the completion of a cycle. You see this circle going round and round and round and round? This represents the completion of a chapter in your life. You see, whatever you had to move away from, you moved away from it in divine timing. This was destined for you to move away from this. It was destined for you to walk away from this. It was destined for you to see this new vision and manifest what you're looking at in your life. And this destiny that you're walking around and you're moving into is going to allow a whole new version of you to be not only realized, but seen in a way that you haven't seen yourself in your life. Yes, I said in your life. You see, this full moon is going to bring a realization to you. Something so beautiful about yourself that you didn't even know. That it's going to allow you to release that whole chapter in such a way that you never have to repeat what you've been through here in the Six of Swords again in your life. So whenever I see the World card to me represents not only the completion of a chapter, but a realization about yourself. So not only are you going to get what you desire, but as you get what you desire, you're going to realize something about yourself that you didn't know before. Wouldn't you like to know the answers to your personal questions? Well, tune into our Ascension Talks podcast where I give live energy readings around love, career, and finances to help you manifest purpose in your life. Don't know the first thing about manifesting? Well, watch our free manifestation course that will teach you everything you need to know about manifesting, covering topics around intuition, moon cycles, healing, spells, energy, and even more. Both the live reading and the free course is available to you down in the description. Welcome group number 2. For those who chose this pile here, let's go ahead and start your pick a card reading. So starting off right here in the middle, we have the Nine of Pentacles as well as the Chariot card. So anytime I see the Chariot card, this is my card of expansion. You see this guy right here? Not only is he riding his horse, or both of his horses, but he's going to a destination that he knows he desires to be at. His horses is leading him towards what he desired in his life. Whenever I see the Chariot card, I see not only fast-moving energy, but I see the energy of expansion. Well, what exactly is expanding in your life? What energy is expanding around you? Well, you can see here in the Nine of Pentacles, not only is the energy of abundance is expanding around you, but also the energy of being able to enjoy that which you are abundant of. So you see here, she got all of these pentacles around you. Now, this pentacle to you can represent money. It represents maybe a new phone, a new television set. It can either represent a new idea that you have. It can either represent anything that you can interact with the physical reality with. It's what the pentacles represent here. But I want you to notice something. She's not just holding on to that pentacle, but she's interacting with that pentacle with life. Again, whenever I see birds around a card reading, that bird to me represents our guides. So she's either giving this guide that pentacle or she's receiving pentacles from her guide. But whenever I see this Nine of Pentacles card, I see not only are you enjoying what you have, but you're giving and you're receiving with those around you, and even with the energy around you in the universe. You're having an open flow of give and take with the life around you, and you're having some enjoyment with that. Now that energy is expanding in your life, but I get the sense that you can't quite see that that's happening. You're probably reading this like, what is Jay talking about? He's talking about this abundant energy coming in my life. Well, maybe I don't even know how I'm going to pay that bill. What did he mean about me being abundant? Maybe you're thinking, I don't feel this energy of me at all. Well, right here with the Seven of Swords card and the Seven of Cups cards, the Seven of Swords card, let's start talking about that. I want you to see something about this card. Notice how he's walking away with his back turned here. Not only is he walking away, but he's cut some feathers off these birds here. So this card to me represents not only deception, but it represents just not seeing the full truth. You see, whenever you see a Seven of Swords card, it can talk about deception, it can talk about betrayal, or maybe even dishonesty. But what it really goes down to in the core is not sharing the full truth about something. So right here with the Seven of Swords card, then we got the Seven of Cups card. 2 sevens, by the way. The Seven of Cups cards represents making decisions in your life. So you see how this guy is trying to choose which cup should I go to. So cups always represents the things we care about most in our life. Maybe that cup is a new job you're trying to choose from. Maybe that cup is a new person you're trying to choose from, or a new idea that you're having. But whatever you're choosing in between, you're trying to figure out which one is going to fit you best. But I want you to notice the truth, or the same thing, about both of these cards. This shows that both in your mental body with the swords, as well as your emotional body with the cups, you're not receiving enough information. You don't have enough information quite yet to see the truth of your reality. You see, the truth is this energy is expanding in your life. You got the Chariot card and you also got the Nine of Pentacles card, but you probably can't really connect to that energy quite yet. You probably can't see the truth of that energy quite yet because you still need more information. You still need to know something. You still need to see something. You still need to have some information that will allow you to make this decision here and see the truth of your reality that you can't quite yet see right here with the Seven of Swords card. But if we go back here to our Two of Swords card, we can actually see what's causing this situation. So the Two of Swords card to me represents somebody that's not only needing to make a decision, but not knowing where to go. You see, these birds got her tied all up, and she's trying to take that blindfold off, but she can't even see how to take her blindfold off because she can't even see. So sometimes in life, you gotta move forward without even having the information that you need. You gotta move forward in a way that the universe show you how to make that decision. You see, I want you to see that behind her, there is completely no water. This is a desert behind her. That shows me that this situation that's happening, that's tying you up, is only happening in your mind. Yes, you may not know emotionally where to go right here with the Seven of Cups. You're trying to decide which one makes sense for you emotionally. But that is only happening because you can't see it mentally. You see, our emotions always follows our thoughts. If you're thinking a certain thought, your emotions are going to react to that thought. So here in the Two of Swords card, it will be best if you not only look for clarity or find clarity within your mind, but enter a place within yourself that you can see a path unfolding up from you mentally, and that will clear up the emotional path for you. But it shows you, and that's a little bit of guidance that will, as you're moving towards here in the full moon card, maybe take some time to meditate, because what I see here is the truth of your reality is already being shown here with the Chariot and the Nine of Pentacles. It's already happening. It's just about you stop hiding the truth from yourself and being able to finally see what's really happening for you, that everything is coming together for you, that life, that the universe is giving you these pentacles, that you are receiving what you give, and you're having an equal give and take between the pentacles around you. But you probably can't see that quite yet because you've been tied up here by the Two of Swords. So what you want to do moving forward here as we're approaching the full moon in this card here, the Page of Swords shows us how you want to move forward. Now the Page of Swords is somebody who's not only starting a new mentality in your life, but this is somebody who is studying. This is somebody who is actively looking for that information. This is somebody who, you see, she got a book in her hand. She's studying her book and allowing these ideas to fly up with her. You see these guys in this picture here, these birds that's flying around her. You see, instead of these birds trapping her up with these strings, these birds around her are allowing her to not only be held up by her own ideas, but as she studies, she's creating her own path forward. I want you to see that underneath her, she's walking over a bridge. So she's creating her own path forward as she's studying that book. But what we can see here with the Three of Pentacles card here in your new future, or as we approaching the full moon, is I see friends actually coming to your life and giving you that information that you need. So whatever you're working towards here, whatever this energy that's expanding, this Nine of Pentacles and this Chariot card is expanding this energy in your life, whatever it is, I see friends, family, and even people coming into your life helping you with that information that you need. I see this information coming from life around you. See, that's exactly what I'm seeing. Each and every one of these beings is working on this project. Whether they're working on, that's a quilt it may look like, or whether they're working on, maybe that's a carpet they're working on, but all three of them is working on it. But I want you to notice something about this. If she was to stitch the wrong way, maybe she turned this green when it should have been blue or should have been red, all three of them would notice, hey, I think it would be better if it was orange, or I think it's better if it would be green. So just by observing what they're working on, they're learning from it together. So what this shows me is by the friends you have around you, and by the situations that's happened around you, by the group of individuals that's come into your life up until this full moon, you're going to be learning from those situations. You're going to be learning from those people. You're going to be observing and then learning. They may not be telling you exactly what you need to know, but just being around them and working together, you're going to automatically pick up on the information that you need so that you can finally see the truth of the abundant reality that you're living in, and then finally release yourself from this Seven of Cups and this Seven of Swords that's going on. So there's a bright future ahead of you. I even see some friends coming in helping you out here. I see some prosperity coming in your life here with the Nine of Pentacles, and I see that energy expanding rapidly. Wouldn't you like to know the answers to your personal questions? Well, tune into our Ascension Talks podcast, where I give live energy readings around love, career, and finances to help you manifest purpose in your life. Don't know the first thing about manifesting? Well, watch our free manifestation course that will teach you everything you need to know about manifesting, covering topics around intuition, moon cycles, healing, spells, energy, and even more. Both the live reading and the free course is available to you down in the description. Okay, welcome pile number 3. If you chose this pile here, welcome to pile number 3. Okay, so let's go ahead and start in this reading, and let's get with the Ten of Swords and the Queen of Cups. So let's start right here with the Ten of Swords. So the Ten of Swords card, to me, it's not only just my overthinking card, but it's my watching your life from the outside card. You ever looked into a window or somebody's house, or maybe you was at a friend's house, and you looked into their window and you seen what they was doing, but they didn't know you were there? Like, I'm not talking about like some super stalkerish vibes, but just imagine looking to somebody's house and seeing them maybe wash dishes. They don't know you are there, but you're having thoughts about what they're doing. I wonder how many dishes they're washing. I wonder what kind of dish soap are they using. I wonder if they're using a scrubber or are they using a rag. I wonder how they're choosing to dry their dishes. So you're having all of these thoughts about what someone else is doing, but you're from the outside looking into that situation. Now this is the Ten of Swords cards to me. It's about having all of these different thoughts about maybe what you want to do, what you should do, how you should be doing it. Or maybe you're having all of these thoughts about what your life should be like, what your life isn't like, and how you feel about all of these different things. And whenever you see the Ten of Swords card, it represents that all of these thoughts are building up so much to a point that it's not even helping you to be able not only to see the real truth in your life, or I wouldn't even call it the real truth in your life, but you've begun to live inside of the thought rather than acting yourself. Like, instead of seeing somebody inside of a house washing dishes and having all of these thoughts, you can easily go knock on the front door and wash dishes with them. So instead of acting, the Ten of Swords card represents thinking about what you want to act on for so long that you get lost in the thought itself rather than acting. Well, the universe is actually encouraging a new approach here. You see over it with the Queen of Cups card? I want you to notice something about the Queen of Cups card. Notice how her hands is up in the air. Notice how she's not even touching the thing she cares about the most. You see, what I want you to notice about the Ten of Swords card is whatever you're thinking about here, whether it's somebody washing dishes, whether it's how your life should be or what your life shouldn't be, you're thinking so much about it because that's how much you care about it. That's how much you want it. That's how much you want this thing to go the way you want it to go in your life. You're wanting it to go that way, so that's why you're thinking about it. You care about it. But you see over here with the Queen of Cups card, she got one cup in front of her. Now the cups represents our emotions. It represents the things that we care about. She could have 7, 8, 9, 10 cups lined up in front of her. She got one cup in front of her. So that shows you out of all the things she could have picked, she picked this one thing, and that shows you just how much she cared about it. But I want you to see something in this. If she cared about that one thing so much, why isn't she grabbing onto it? Why isn't she holding it up? Why is she trying to make sure it's staying up? Well, she isn't doing anything about that because she's saying, even though I want all of these things, I don't need to fight to get it. I don't need to go through all of these hoops to get it. I don't need to dream about it. I don't need to fight. This is mine. I could just sit back, put my hands up, and this is going to come to me. I'm going to allow this to sit in front of me, and I'm going to just sit back here and do my thing. You see, the Queen of Cups card is someone who can not only go through the ups and downs in life, but she allowed whatever in front of her to be whatever she's desired. She said, I don't need 10 cups. I just can leave this one cup right here, and it's going to be what I want, and it's going to be right here in front of me. So instead of thinking about it so much, just allow what you desire to come to you. Allow that thing you want to happen to happen. Allow that thing that you desire to come to you. You don't need to think about it. You don't need to try to make it happen. You don't need to forcefully imagine what it will be like. Allow it to come to you like you're in the Queen of Cups. You see, what's causing you to believe that way, what's causing you to think about it so much is right here in the Five of Pentacles. You see, I want you to see something right here in this Five of Pentacles. Notice how she's all down on herself. Notice how she's looking down and she's like, you know what? More than anything, I just want to get through that door. Because I know on the other side of this door, I know on the other side of this mountain, it's finally what I've been wanting in my life. It's finally what I've been craving. I know that I'm there. I see the door right here. But how do I get in there? How do I finally get what I want? How do I finally see what's on the other? I just know what's on the other side. You see how I'm thinking all of these thoughts, how I'm saying all of these thoughts that she's thinking out loud? This is all of these thoughts that's happening within the mind. But the only thing she has to do is literally get up, grab that key right there, and unlock the door. But instead of grabbing that key and unlocking the door, she's wondering what's behind it. She's wondering why this and how that. She's thinking all of these thoughts here in the Ten of Swords, not realizing that that cup that's being handed to her, that cup that's right there in front of her is the key that's to that door. It's what she wants. So what this card is showing you here is not only is what you want is right there in front of you. Not only is in your life, but all you need to do is stop thinking about it so much and actually go pick that key up. Whatever you're feeling is right. You see, the Queen of Cups card is also the card of intuition. So this shows me that you already know what you want. You already got a feeling about this. These thoughts that you're thinking, whether it's my life should be this way, my life shouldn't be this way, these thoughts are revealing to you your truth. It is telling you what's really happening. It is honest to you at some point. But because you're so caught up in the thoughts themselves, you can't even see the message that they're delivering. So what the Queen of Cups is asking you to do is to just take a second to take your hands off of that thing you want so much. Take your hands off of that situation, that idea, maybe that person, whatever is behind this door for you. Take your hand off of it just for a little bit. Listen to what your intuition is telling you. And then go pick up that key and walk through that door because it is there for you. Like, you've been manifesting this. You're in this position right now to actually receive what you desire because you've been manifesting it. You've been creating. Look at this Magician card here. He's been manifesting exactly what he wanted in his life. He's been sitting down. That puddle right there, you see all of that energy that he's been giving to this thing? He's consciously creating what he wants in his life. You've been creating this situation, and now you're here where you can finally receive it. You just got to pick up that key and walk through the door. So as we move forward through the month, the universe is going to go ahead and let you know now, right here in the Seven of Pentacles, is that throughout this month, and maybe even some months before it, you've been laying foundation in your life. You see, I want you to see that he's growing a tree here in this image. But what I want you to do is take your eyes off the tree really quick. Take your eyes off of what's behind the door. Let's not even look at the tree. Let's look at all of these roots underneath the tree. Look at how there's a pentacle right there. That's a seed. That's a seed. That's a seed. That's a seed. Look at all of these seeds. Now I want you to notice how each seed connects together to form this tree. You see, only thing he can see right now is this tree in his life. He can only see what he believes is behind this door, or what you really wanted. Your intuition is telling you exactly what you want in this life, and you can see it right here. Look how he's looking at that tree. You see, that tree represents what you know that you desire right now. Whatever you've been feeling over these past couple of days, whatever you've been thinking about, you know what you want, and all you need to do is pick up that key and walk through the door. You see, he sees that tree just like you see what you desire, but I want you to know something about what he can't see. He can't see how each little pinnacle he's laid up until this point has created that tree. You see, this card shows me that you may feel like everything you've been doing is not going anywhere. You've been trying this, you've been trying that, you've been doing this, you've been talking to this person, you've just been working so hard, and all you can see is just this little baby tree in your life. But what I want you to know is what you can't see is how each thing you've tried, you tried this, you tried that, you've done this, you've done that, each thing, each path has led today to create that tree that is growing right now in your life. Every single thing that you have been doing is for a reason. It is working, your tree is growing, and you should continue forward. Maybe that's why you're down right now. Maybe you don't even feel like going to pick up that key because you feel like, okay, we get past that door, maybe it's another door. You see, what you can't see right now, but what you will see coming over here in the Empress card, is how each pinnacle that you've been planning along your way has been growing into this tree all along. And this tree is going to bring you exactly what you desire. So right here in the near future, over here in our near future card, as well as the full moon coming up card, we got the Five of Wands and we got the Empress. Now this card to me represents two different energies. But not only it represents two different energies, but it represents I wouldn't say the continuation, but it represents the two paths that's unfolding here. So we got the Five of Wands and we got, well, I wouldn't even say the two paths that's unfolding here. It represents two energies that you could choose from here. So we got the Five of Wands and we got the Empress. Now the Five of Wands is somebody who, again, feels like they have to jump through all of these hoops to get what they desire. Feel like they gotta fight this person, I gotta fight that person, I gotta go through this thing, I gotta go through this thing just to get what I want in my life. This is my card of competition, but not just competition, but feeling like you gotta jump through hoops just to get what you want. So what I can see is a difference though, because when you got the Five of Pentacles here, we got someone who's feeling lack. They're feeling lack in a way, and we got two fives on the deck, by the way, and that's a 10, so it represents completion. So I see you moving out of this energy anyway. But the Five of Pentacles card, you see how she's down on herself? She don't even have the courage to get up and walk through that door and actually get that key. But right here in the Five of Wands, we see something different. Although he's fighting to get what he wants, and he don't have to fight, at least he's having some energy towards moving what he wants in his life. So we do see that energy picking up here in the near future, moving towards the moon cycle, or the full moon here. We do see that energy picking up, you getting that key. But what we want you to do, when you start to feel that energy pick up, when you start to actually feel that drive kicking in, you're moving towards what you desire right here, we want you to see what's going on with the Empress card. I want you to see something about the Empress. I want you to notice that she's pregnant right here. Now whatever she's going to give birth to is that thing that's behind that door. That thing you've been really wanting, you've been dreaming about, you've been thinking about. All of these seeds you've been planting along your journey has grown into this thing that you really want. You have been manifesting this thing in your life. It has been happening. Whatever she's about to give birth to, it's going to be that thing you've been wanting. But I want you to notice something about giving birth. Whenever a woman is pregnant, it takes her 9 months for her baby to come out. Now during those 9 months, she can try to have it earlier if she wants to. She can even think about it, having it earlier all she wants. She could think about all of these different thoughts like, when is this baby gonna come? I wonder what this baby gonna be. But you can't find out until 3 months. You can't, there's not a lot of things you can control when you are pregnant. Life is giving birth. You're just holding the baby. Life is gonna bring that baby out when it is time. So the Empress card represents sitting back and relaxing. She's pregnant, she's about to give birth, and she's over here asleep. She's fastly asleep, and she's letting the energy of life move that baby, grow that baby in her. 9 months later, she's going to give birth, and she's going to be asleep the whole time. She's not even worried about what's going to happen with that baby because she's letting life create it. So this shows us that you don't need to be in this Five of Wands, because what is for you is going to happen. You're going to give birth to what you desire. You're going to get what you desire. You don't need to feel down about it. You don't need to overthink about it. You don't even feel lack about it. Whatever you're manifesting is going to come to fruition. It is going to happen for you, and it's going to happen in divine timing. And it's going to happen. See that full moon up there? So this full moon is bringing you exactly what you desire in your life. Now, if you want to, you can literally just sit back and close your eyes and allow this to happen to you. Release this Five of Pentacles. Release this Five of Wands. And know that what you desire in your life, what you've been manifesting, is coming just around the corner. Wouldn't you like to know the answers to your personal questions? Well, tune into our Ascension Talks podcast, where I give live energy readings around love, career, and finances to help you manifest purpose in your life. Don't know the first thing about manifesting? Well, watch our free manifestation course that will teach you everything you need to know about manifesting, covering topics around intuition, moon cycles, healing, spells, energy, and even more. Both the live reading and the free course is available to you down in the description.